Just over 200 miles of West Virginia road separates Huntington and Morgantown. But over these 200 miles, a rivalry has brewed for a century. Marshall has been trying to take down West Virginia since 1911. Led by Heisman hopeful Geno Smith, it's a new era for the Mountaineers. They storm into their first season of Big 12 play, ranked number 11 in the nation. Once a year, 200 miles of road turns into 100 yards of grass. The Thundering Herd and the Mountaineers in a battle for state supremacy. Fox College football right now. We are back here at Milan Puskar Stadium, getting set for this game between Marshall and number 11 West Virginia. For the atmosphere, what it's like down on the field, we go down to our third member of our crew, our running back, Darius Walker.
Hey guys, down here on the field, let me tell you, the atmosphere is electric. These players are jaw-jocking, they're hitting each other, they're head-butting each other. Makes me want to relive my days at Notre Dame, and I'm sure Eric might feel the same way. Maybe we can make a little tandem there, E. Look back to you guys.
So what do we have? We got a running back, we got a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback, and I'll just be holding the kicks.
You'd be good at that.
The head coach for Marshall is Doc Holliday. In his third season, led this team, a very young squad last year, to a bowl game at the Beef O'Brady Bowl, a victory over FIU. And the head coach for West Virginia in his second season, Dana Holgerson, who led his team to that huge Orange Bowl victory over Clemson, 70-33. Marshall won the toss. They have elected to receive. Corey Smith will kick off here for the Mountaineers. Andre Snipes Booker is back deep for the Marshall Thundering Herd. Last year in this game, opening day last year, Andre Snipes Booker returned a punt for a touchdown. Now he's back there on the kickoff. And the new rules here in college, they'll be kicking off from the 35-yard line, whereas last year it was at the 30-yard line. We are underway. Snipes Booker in the end zone. He will take a knee, will have a touchback, and the other new rule on kickoffs, the touchback will now go to the 25-yard line, not the 20. This Marshall team will be led by their sophomore quarterback, Rakeem Cato.
You know, Rakeem's a guy that is going to be looking to really do some great things today. He's got that strong arm. He's been working on it. He's also gained like 20-25 pounds in the offseason, so that muscle is going to help him sustain 4 quarters of football.
This Marshall team, much like West Virginia, they will work very, very quickly. Cato in the shotgun. Trayvon Van in the backfield on first down. A pass the sideline is complete to Aaron Dobson. And Dobson picks up 8 yards, sets up second down and 2.
Yeah, I knew the quick pass was probably going to come just so he could feel comfortable. Being a sophomore, young guy, will probably want to get his rhythm going early in this game.
On 2nd and 2, they fake the handoff. The pass is deflected in the air, and then it's knocked down by Cato. A heads-up play by the sophomore. 3rd and 2 coming up. Cato looking to the sidelines for the call. Cato will run for it up the middle, picks up the first down and slides at the 39-yard line, a pickup of 6.
Yeah, what a smart play by Cato right there. You know, looking his full field reads. He made 2-3 reads, saw the opening and got the first down. Exactly what they needed to do.
Head coach Doc Holliday spoke about the first couple possessions. They got to figure out this new defense of West Virginia. Play action. Another pass for Cato, and the pass is hauled in by Aaron Dobson. A 12-yard pickup. Broderick Jenkins there on the tackle. Another first down here for Marshall.
What a great job on the play fake, just putting the ball in the running back's pocket and doing a good job of setting his feet and making a good throw.
Up at midfield here for Marshall. A good opening drive here for the Thundering Herd. Cato hands off this time to Van. And Van's second effort picks up a couple of yards. Terrence Garvin is there for the tackle. Garvin moved up from strong safety this year to play that star linebacker position. On 2nd and 8. Again, the handoff. Knocked but stays on his feet is Van. And Van now slips and falls. Will Clark, the first to make contact with him in the backfield. It's a loss of 9 for Van. Isaiah Bruce finally able to be there to wrap him up as Van slips the turf.
Yeah, you can really tell that they're being physical right now. They're trying to make a statement early on defense in this game.
3rd and 17 coming up here for Marshall. And the crowd is getting into it here. Cato setting up the screen. Van has some room to run up the middle, gets up to the 45-yard line. A pickup of 12. He'll be 5 yards short of the first down. Broderick Jenkins there with his second tackle of the game.
That was a really smart play call there. Long, 3rd and long, trying to get maybe a first down and draw that defense. You saw the rush. They're bringing a lot of pressure right now. They're being physical and they have a lot of energy. So I think that was a great play call.
And if nothing else, it gets him a little bit better for field position for that punt, because Tavon Austin is standing back at his own 10-yard line, and this guy is dangerous as a returner. Tyler Williams on to punt, tries to angle it towards the sideline. And a good roll for Marshall. That will be down inside the 10. A 39-yard punt there for Tyler Williams. So we saw the sophomore quarterback for Marshall, now the senior quarterback for West Virginia, Geno Smith, who many people have on their early Heisman Trophy candidates.
Yeah, I mean, look what he did last year. I mean, the career that he's had so far and the expectations that this program has of Geno Smith and just what he's able to do down in and down out. I mean, he's a very consistent player, and he's going to prove that right now today. I think that Marshall's going to try to do a tough time of stopping them.
They will start from their own 6-yard line. Geno Smith under center quickly. The handoff to Tavon Austin. Austin trying to bounce to the outside, cuts it back up the middle. And this guy who is so elusive is able to pick up 6 yards on first down.
What a great job of following his blockers there too, and just finding that hole to pick up 5 or 6 yards on a first down play.
2nd down and 4 coming up. Again, much like Marshall, you won't see this team really go into a huddle. They'll get the play off quickly. Smith in the shotgun. Tavon Austin in motion. Play action. Again, it's to Austin. And Austin, you can see him just trying to set up that defender, and he falls forward. And he's going to pick up the first down. Raheem Waiters there with a tackle.
What allows him to pick up that first down, like you said, he just made a stutter step, and he's so fast with his feet. He's so quick and explosive that he knew he could make that play and get a first down.
1st and 10 here for West Virginia. Smith taking his time making the play call. The first handoff of the game. It's to Austin in the backfield who breaks a tackle, and he's very close. That first down marker as Dominic LeGrand, the transfer from Boston College, is there for the stop. The starting lineups for West Virginia brought to you by Taco Bell. That receiving core is dangerous on the offensive line. A little deeper this year. The pass is complete to the near sideline by the freshman, Jordan Thompson. A pickup of 8. And it's 2nd and 2.
A great job of leading his receiver there. Putting it in the only place that he could catch it, away from the defender.
Geno Smith last year, 4,385 yards. That was a West Virginia record. Broke the previous record set by Mark Bolger. On 2nd and 2, Smith completes the pass to Andrew Bowie. Another first down, a pickup of 9. How about the Taco Bell starting lineup for the Thundering Herd on defense? Jeremiah Taylor, the 3-year starter and captain. Jermaine Holmes, he is that leader in the linebacking core, and he is really the leader of the defense. And then a very different secondary for this Marshall team. 3 transfers in that secondary. Geno Smith, the pass complete to Austin. Austin tried to break the tackle. He gets tackled for a loss by Devin Arrington. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play.
Devin Arrington wasn't letting him out of his sight. He wasn't going to miss that tackle because it could have been a big play at that point. So it was a very good tackle by him.
And Devin Arrington last year played strong safety. This year moves up to the linebacker position, and he's able to stay with a quick guy like Austin. On 2nd and 12. Handoff once again to that power back Alston. You can see the effort, and the flag comes in. A 9-yard run by Sean Alston, showing off his strength. A good block by Josh Jenkins, the left guard. And let's see what this flag is.
Personal foul. Hands to the face. Defense. Number 31. 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Evan McKelvey gets called for that personal foul. Turns a 9-yard pickup into a 24-yard pickup.
Sean Alston, you can just imagine this forward lean right here. You thought he was stopped for a second, but he kept his leg drive and moved that pile forward for a big play.
5'11", 235 pounds is Sean Alston. Bowie in motion out of the backfield. Handoff again to Alston. Tries to cut it back. Tackled by Okochukwu Okoroa. Evan McKelvey also there on the tackle. Okoroa, another transfer from Boston College. He and Dominic LeGrand, as grad students, are here for their final year of eligibility with Marshall. Second down and 9. First drive here for West Virginia. Play action. Geno Smith rolls out to the right. Looking down the field to the end zone up top. And it is hauled in for a touchdown by Stedman Bailey. A 32-yard touchdown pass to Stedman Bailey, his first of the year after having 12 last year.
Just got behind the secondary, and great play action play by Geno Smith.
Tyler Bittencourt on for the extra point. And the extra point attempt is no good. Geno Smith and Stedman Bailey, high school teammates, combined for the first touchdown of the year for West Virginia.
Stedman going up too.
Geno Smith trying to bump up his Heisman stats early on this year. Stedman Bailey and Geno Smith combined to put West Virginia up early 6-0 over Marshall. And time now for our 4 keys to the game.
If you look at the keys to the game, Marshall has got to win that turnover battle. I think that's really important for them to do today, knowing the high-powered offense that Geno Smith and the Mountaineers have. Special teams is going to be very important. Field position, execution of the offense is going to be very important, as you saw, executing those big plays and controlling the line of scrimmage, which is exactly what happened on that first drive.
Corey Smith will kick off here for West Virginia. Andre Snipes Booker is back in the end zone. Once again, Snipes Booker will take a knee, so Marshall will start at the 25-yard line. And that's going to be something very interesting to look out for during the season. At what point do you, as a return man, decide to bring it out of the end zone? Because if you can't get past the 25, that's a play for a loss.
Yeah, you're not going to see very many of them returned out.
Must sit out for one play.
Doc Holliday, who played here at West Virginia, was a linebacker, coached at West Virginia from 1979 to 1999, then again 2008 and 2009. Trying to get his Marshall team a victory here on his former turf. Hakeem Cato on first down, passes to Snipes Booker for the completion. Snipes Booker gets up to the 29-yard line, a pickup of 4, sets up second down and 6. The opening scoring drive for the Mountaineers. Geno Smith, good start. 5 for 5, 53 yards, including that 32-yard touchdown pass to Bailey. Handoff. Van, who cuts it back. And Trayvon Van out to the 33-yard line, a pickup of 4. Broderick Jenkins there with his 3rd tackle of the game already.
think it's going to be important to get the running back involved in their offense, so that way it opens up their passing game later, because you know that that's what they're going to try to do, pass the ball and make a big play.
Aaron Dobson, number 3, he is that go-to wide receiver. He's at the bottom of your screen. On 3rd and 2, play action. Cato throws short, was looking for Aaron Dobson. He had his man open, just underthrew him.
Yeah, his footwork right there, a little bit rushed in the pocket. Didn't really set his feet and make an accurate throw. And you can tell that he had an opening there in that zone coverage, but he couldn't get it to Dobson.
So a quick 3 and out here for Marshall. Not exactly what they were hoping for here on this second series. And now Tyler Williams on to punt with Tavon Austin back at his own 25-yard line. And a flag is thrown.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
That's one of those plays that you can't have, a penalty you can't have on a punt when you're already backed up in your own zone.
We talked about special teams and how important it is in the field of possession game, and right there losing yards is not a great way to start this game off.
So now punting from his own 15 is Williams. Gets a good punt off. Austin backs up to the 19-yard line. Tavon Austin, so dangerous, spins away, still on his feet as he finally gets tackled and wrestled out of bounds at the 33-yard line. A 54-yard punt, a 14-yard return. Alex Bazzi there on the special teams tackle. Geno Smith off to a good start so far. He'll be back on the field when we come back with his team up by 6. West Virginia leading Marshall in this in-state rivalry game. Geno Smith back out there on the field in his first drive. 5 for 5, 53 yards.
Pretty good consistency there, 5 for 5. I think he's pretty happy with that, but he's got to keep continuing that. You don't want to let off right now.
Sean Alston in the backfield with Ryan Clark on 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Everyone's waiting, saying, what's going on? Now a flag has been thrown. And there's confusion.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
You could see everybody on the field, whether it's West Virginia or Marshall, it was almost as if they were waiting for a whistle from the official to start the play, and all of a sudden there's a flag thrown.
One thing you don't want right now when you're starting off a drive is a delay of game.
In motion is Austin. Smith will change the play at the line. Moves Clark over to his right. Hand off to Alston. Alston cuts it back. Lowers the shoulder, stays on his feet, and comes up a yard short of the first down. A 14-yard run for Sean Alston.
Sean Alston here just doing a great job of following his blockers. 57, a great block, and just cut it up the field and kept running with the ball. Forward lean is important.
So 2nd and 1. Play action. Geno Smith completes the pass to J.D. Woods. And Woods brings it up to the 36-yard line of Marshall. A 22-yard pickup. Dominic LeGrand there for the stop.
If you look at what they're trying to do, they're trying to confuse the defense right now. A lot of running, play action, throwing it to the outside, throwing it over the middle. That's going to be a tough thing for this defense.
The experience of Geno Smith at the quarterback position. Steps up into his throw and completes the pass to Stedman Bailey. And forward progress, it looks like they're going to give him enough for the first down. 11-yard pickup there for Bailey. And you can see Geno Smith saying, all right, come on, let's go. Let's keep the foot on the pedal.
Great play, great defense, but a great catch, concentrating to catch that ball and bring it in.
Handoff to Alston. Again, that second effort, and he just stays on his feet and barrels forward. An 8-yard pickup for Alston. Let's go down to Darius Walker.
Hey guys, we talked about the 8 months of preparation it takes to get here. Can't simulate game speed. Both sides are a little bit winded with this no-huddle offense.
I think I'm winded too. How about you, Eric? You winded?
Humidity's got me a little bit.
I know down there the humidity has gotten to Darius. On 2nd and 2, Smith, another play action, takes his time. Long throw across the field to J.D. Woods. And we're going to have 1st and goal coming up after the 11-yard completion.
I do like the way that he was reading that zone coverage, finding a way to get off his receiver when he needed to, and making a great throw to the outside. Very accurate throw.
Geno Smith is 8 for 8 here in this first quarter. First and goal, the handout to Alston. And this time Alston gets gang tackled. Brandon Sparrow the first there, Raheem Waiters also. 2nd and goal coming up here for West Virginia. They've been going with this hurry-up offense. Now in the red zone, do you slow things down, or do you keep that foot on the gas?
They keep the foot on the gas, mix it up, keep doing what they're doing, but they're not afraid to run it.
Cody Clay in as a fullback. Play action. The pass is over the head of Stedman Bailey. Will set up 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line.
Evan McKelvey there showing some great pressure, getting in Geno's face to make him make a bad throw. I think that was his first bad throw of the day.
It was his first incompletion. So 3rd and goal from the 4. Alston up the middle, trying to get pushed in, touchdown.
I think the confusion right now on Marshall's defense, whether they're going to run, they're going to throw, they're going to play action, and then the powerful forward lean of Sean Alston to get in that end zone, they're not able to stop that right now.
He was that short yardage goal line guy last year. This year he is their every down back, and you can see the power and strength that he exhibits at the tailback position.
Using him in all situations, running it, play action pass, protections.
Tyler Bittencourt on for the extra point. He missed his first one. He makes the second one, 13-0. West Virginia leading Marshall here in the first quarter. A good start for the 11th ranked team in the country. 13-0. West Virginia leading Marshall here in the Friends of Cole Bowl. That last drive, 8 plays, 67 yards. On that drive, very even, 4 runs, 4 passes. Geno Smith has 1 incompletion so far in this game. This offense is almost in midseason form, and we're just midway through the first quarter.
Yeah, it looks that way to me. I mean, if you look at what they've been able to do and keeping the defense off balance.
Corey Smith kicks it off to Andre Snipes. Booker will take it out of the end zone from 1 yard deep. Snipes Booker brings it up to the 19-yard line, and that again goes to the question of, do you bring it out of the end zone when, if you take a knee, you'll start at the 25. Wes Tonkery there for the special teams tackle. The Marshall Thundering Herd will have the ball when we come back. They trail 13-0 here in the first quarter. 13-0 here in Morgantown. West Virginia leading over Marshall. It's never too early to come to your first game, but you may be hungry, so why not have a bottle? Well, Fox College Saturday kicks off later today with the Hawaii taking on the top-ranked USC. Fans, we want your vote on the College Football Social Poll of the Week. Are the Trojans deserving of their #1 ranking? Log on to Facebook.com/Fox Sports to cast your vote. On first down, Rakeem Cato steps out of the pocket to avoid pressure, dumps it off to Trayvon Van. And Van able to pick up 4 yards, and now a flag comes flying in. Extracurricular activity there on the field. I thought I saw a chin strap go flying.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense number 9. Half the distance to the goal, second down.
Penalty goes against Antavius Wilson. Our Taco Bell starting lineups for Marshall. Trayvon Van in the backfield, Andre Snipes, Booker, and Aaron Dobson, the two go-to receivers for Marshall. Up front, they're led by Chris Jaspers, the center. He is a leader of that line. And Doc Holliday not happy with the call. So 2nd and 18 coming up here for Marshall. Handoff to Van, gets the outside, hurdles him, man, and then goes out of bounds.
Van showing some great athletic ability, jumping over the tackler, Pat Miller, right there.
A 4-yard pickup for Trayvon Van. Coming right at you, too. So 3rd and 14. And again, this could be a quick 3-and-out here for Marshall. We've already seen what West Virginia can do on offense. They're 2 for 2 with touchdowns. Cato sets up the screen to Van, who gets tackled right away. Josh Francis comes up with a tackle for a loss of 1.
Josh Francis not to be fooled on that play. Came up and made a very strong tackle.
The Taco Bell starting lineup for the defense of West Virginia. Terrence Garvin, he is that leader in the linebacking core. And back in the secondary, Carl Joseph, a true freshman, is a starter. So punting from his own end zone now is Tyler Williams, with Tavon Austin back deep. Another good punt. Austin takes it at the 33-yard line. Spins away from one would-be tackler. Trying to get to the outside, has a blocker. Cuts it back, spins again. And now another flag has been thrown. 53-yard punt, 11-yard return.
After all the dancing by Trayvon Austin and getting himself open, KJ Dillon comes up and makes a great block.
After the play, personal foul, laid it out of bounds, kicking team number 53. 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the spot.
Another personal foul, this time to Alex Bazzi. For a game break, let's go back to Patrick O'Neill in the studio. Geno Smith back in with great field position now, starting at the 41-yard line of Marshall. Smith on first down, play action, rolls out to the right. Pump fake, again a pump fake, opening up some running room, and he runs out of bounds after a 7-yard pickup.
Well, the corners, I think, based on what the offense is doing right now, the corners are playing so far off. I think they're scared of that deep ball, so a lot of extra room on the outside for Geno Smith to make some run yards.
They're going to give him 8 yards on the carry, so 2nd and 2. Smith setting up the screen pass and just throws it down. The intended receiver is Andrew Bowie. 3rd and 2 coming up here for West Virginia. Just the 2nd incomplete pass thrown there by Geno Smith, but that time it looked intentional.
Yeah, it did. And it didn't look like his footwork was quite correct on that. A lot of choppy steps, and the timing was a little bit off. But I think he did the right thing by throwing it at his feet and coming back here on 3rd and short.
You see those numbers in both drives, very balanced with the run and the pass. A quick little shovel pass to Tavon Austin, who fumbles the ball. And the scrum now for the ball. This could be huge if Marshall's able to recover.
Well, breaking a tackle, you got to make sure that you're taking care of that football.
It's recovered by West Virginia's Ryan Clark.
Smart heads-up play right there by Ryan Clark.
And
Really hit him right on the ball.
With the recovery, he gets the first down. Dominic Legrand was the defensive player who forced the fumble. A timeout has been called here by Marshall as they did not have enough guys on the field. And the frustration starting to mount there on the sidelines for the Thundering Herd. 2:40 to go here in the first quarter. West Virginia marching down the field. They lead 13-0. Bragging rights on the line in this in-state game.
Expect a lot of emotion again in that in-state rivalry game.
1st and 10 here for West Virginia. Tavon Austin in motion. Smith will change the call at the line. Austin and Clark in the backfield. Geno Smith passes towards the sideline, completes the pass to Stedman Bailey. And Bailey will pick up 9, setting up 2nd down and 1. Montarius Lovett there on the coverage.
Geno Smith showing his arm strength right there and putting a lot of zip on the ball. His corners are playing off, and they're giving him some, quick 5 to 10 yard pickups.
2nd down and 1. And off to Alston. Picks up the first down easily and more. Alston brings it up to the 7-yard line. A 12-yard run by Sean Alston. 1st and goal coming up for the Mountaineers.
Ryan Clark doing a great job at the fullback position, putting a nice block on for him to pick up them yards.
The handoff is again to Alston. This time he gets wrapped up right away. Alex Bazzi, defensive end there for the tackle. His 3rd already of this game.
I like how they run twice in a row here and showing some different things. Try to keep that defense off balance and confused.
2nd and goal from the 6. And now slowing things down a little bit is Geno Smith. Smith looking over the middle, has room to run now. And he dives forward. Geno Smith picks up 3. Will set up a 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. Evan McKelvey there with the stop.
Don't be surprised if they run this one.
To Alston. Alston up the middle. He gets stopped. So the Thundering Herd defense comes up with a stop. A flag is thrown.
Illegal substitution. Defense. 12 men on the field. Half the distance to the goal. 3rd down.
You come up with a stop, and then you have 12 men on the field, and now you give this West Virginia team another opportunity on 3rd and goal.
I know they're young, but you need to have some leaders step up at this point.
In motion is Clark. Hand off to Alston. Alston. He gets gang tackled and wrapped up for a loss. So again, the defense for Marshall. Rashawn Myers comes up with a stop. What do you do right now if you're West Virginia? Do you go for it?
This is the time where they have an offense that's been mixing it up. I think it's not a bad opportunity. They're up by 13. Why not go for it? Why not try to put another 6 on the scoreboard?
And your defense has done the job stopping Marshall's offense. 4th and goal from the 3. Smith under center. Geno Smith and a quarterback keeper, and he will not get in. So Marshall is able to stop West Virginia. A helmet came flying off, but with the play having
Cortez Carter coming up and making a big play.
West Virginia number 12's helmet came off. He has to stay out of the game for 1 play.
They lined up in an off-balance formation. Geno Smith trying to use his athletic ability to get over, but what a great stop there by Okahara.
So with 7 seconds to go here in this first quarter, and West Virginia leading 13-0. Dana Holgerson does not look happy there on the sideline. They had a lot of opportunities there. First and goal, and couldn't punch it in. And now they've got Marshall backed up on first down. The handoff. And Martin Ward is able to pick up a few yards to give his team a little bit more breathing room. But this first quarter will come to an end. West Virginia got on the board early. A touchdown pass to Stedman Bailey, and then a touchdown run by Sean Alston. It's 13-0. Number 11, West Virginia leading Marshall after 1. Starting the second quarter, second down and 7 for Marshall, trailing 13-0. And second and 7 from their own 5. Cato to pass from his own end zone, completes to Tommy Schuler. And Schuler brings it up the 11. A completion of 6 yards. Look at those first quarter stats. And check out the balance of West Virginia. You expect to see more passing yards, but they're having success both ways.
They're not afraid to run it, and if it's working, you don't really generally go away from it.
3rd and 1. Can Marshall convert on 3rd down? The handoff to Van. Van cuts it back, and he will get the first down. A 4-yard run on 3rd and 1 by Trayvon Van.
Trayvon Van here just using his quickness there just to make a cut and get upfield.
Just the 3rd first down of the game so far for Marshall. Play action. Cato completes the pass to Eric Frohnapple, his tight end. And Frohnapple up to the 18. A pickup of 3, sets up 2nd and 7.
Sensing a little bit of mixing it up here, giving it to the running back, getting spread empties with no backs, getting into back formation, throwing it to your tight end. Maybe they'll settle him down a little bit.
Handoff up the middle. Again, it's Trayvon Van. Gets tripped up by Terrence Garvin. 2nd tackle of the game for Garvin.
Trayvon Van kind of getting a little bit winded there, slow to get up.
It is a very humid day on the fields. Is Garrett Scott, the player injured? The right tackle. A big junior out of Georgia.
You know, as young as this team is, the last thing that Coach Holliday wants to see is one of the starting offensive linemen go down.
As Garrett Scott gets tended to by the training staff. We will go to break with Marshall trailing West Virginia 13-0. A sight you never like to see in any sporting event, but a player getting carted off the field. Garrett Scott, the starting right tackle for Marshall, went down with an injury, was lifted onto the golf cart. You just hope he's going to be all right here in the opening game of this 2012 season. A 6'5", 310-pound junior. Here's the play where he got injured. You could see him still in pain. Gage Niemeyer will come in to replace him at the right tackle position. Third and 3 coming up here for Marshall. Empty backfield. Cato in the shotgun. Quarterback draw up the middle, and Cato has the first down. Very nice call there for Marshall. And now let's go back to the injury with Garrett Scott.
Look at the right tackle, Jared Scott comes down, and then a West Virginia player just comes in late trying to make a tackle and runs right into that left knee.
1st and 10 now for Marshall. High snap, hand off to Stuart Butler. And Butler, the redshirt freshman from Lakeland, Florida, picks up 3 yards.
Trying to get the running game established here with the draw, handoff. Try to feel a little bit more comfortable. Get that offensive line back when you've got starter getting injured, player coming in to replace him. Try to make this offensive line feel comfortable.
2nd down and 7. Trayvon Van in the backfield. Play action. Cato has some time, looking deep down the field to Dobson, and he overthrows him.
They had him beat, had the secondary beat. Broderick Jenkins there. Just needs to put a little bit more air on that ball and let Dobson run under it. He would have had a touchdown.
He could have walked into the end zone. Aaron Dobson, one of the best wide receivers in the country, carrying on the legacy. They say he could be the best wide receiver here at Marshall since, yeah, you know who, Randy Moss.
He may not have that many opportunities for a big play.
3rd and 7. Cato rolling out to his right. Pressure. Throws on the run, and the pass is complete to Eric Frohnapple, his tight end, who picks up the first down up to the 40-yard line. A completion of 24 yards.
Really like what Cato did here, keeping that play alive. You know, getting on the outside, using his feet, using his speed. He's worked out in the offseason. He's gotten stronger, made an accurate throw.
Just a sophomore is Rakeem Cato. Started the opening game last year here in Morgantown. Movement up front, the flags come flying. And let's see who moved first.
Offside. Defense, number 95. Contact in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Christian Brown called for the penalty.
Eric Frohnapple, a big target for Cato to hit, just goes up, reaches up for that ball, makes a big play.
10th play of the drive. The handoff to Van, who cuts it back, has some running room. A nice fake as he gets tripped up at the 19-yard line by the freshman Carl Joseph. A 16-yard run for Trayvon Van.
Good opening block here by Josh Lovell, making that one little quick move, getting in the open field.
First red zone opportunity here for Marshall. Cato again forced out of the pocket, throws it up as he gets hit hard. The pressure applied by Will Clark. It'll be 2nd down and 10 here for Marshall.
Looking for his tight end, C.J. Crawford. It's a little bit out of the reach. And a little bit of pressure that made him throw an inaccurate pass.
2nd and 10. You can see that Big 12 Conference logo there on the field. That's right, West Virginia. One of 2 new members in the Big 12 this year. Cato's throw to the sideline is complete to Dobson. And Dobson gets wrapped up by Broderick Jenkins, who now has 4 tackles in the game, a 12-yard pickup, and a first down here for Marshall. 1st and goal coming up from the 7-yard line for the Thundering Herd.
Rakeem Cato trying to get into a little bit of a rhythm here.
Remy Watson is now in at tailback. The handoff is to Watson, who's got good speed, stays on his feet, falls forward. And Watson will pick up 3 yards, the tackle by Isaiah Bruce. Now think about this. If you remember correctly, as we take a look at this run here by Watson, this drive by Marshall started all the way back near their own goal line.
What a confidence builder.
Van, the run. Van to the end zone, touchdown. Trayvon Van gets Marshall on the board.
Trayvon Van showing some speed and agility. Saw the opening, got right in the end zone.
On for the extra point is Justin Haig. The kick is good. It is now a 13-7 game. A 98-yard drive. The big play was the 3rd down conversion to Eric Frohnapple. And then another youngster, Trayvon Van, the sophomore, gets into the end zone. 13-7 West Virginia. 13-7 now after a 14-play, 98-yard scoring drive by the Marshall Thundering Herd. And after a big defensive stop, they put together that drive and gained some confidence. Let's see what they can do here now if they can stop this West Virginia offense. Justin Haig to kick off. Taven Austin and Stedman Bailey are back deep. A short kick taken at the 16-yard line. Ryan Clark on the return. A 16-yard return there for Clark. This West Virginia defense, they could not stop Marshall at last drive. For more on them, let's go back down to Darius Walker.
Yeah, guys, if you were watching West Virginia on defense, you'll notice that all the players are looking to the sideline trying to get the play. It's causing a bit of a problem because they're not getting lined up. So that last series, Marshall definitely took advantage of that. Back up to you guys.
All right, thanks, Darius. Justin Kutcher, Eric Crouch, Darius Walker here for this first game of the season here on Fox. 13-7, West Virginia leading Marshall. On first down, the pass complete to Tavon Austin. And Austin tried to cut it back. Got tackled by DJ Hunter, a pickup of just 1.
I think there's a sense of urgency right now for this offense to get going and come down the field and score on this drive. They want to make sure that they don't necessarily take all the momentum away from what they had in the first quarter.
On 2nd and 9. Smith, a lot of time over the middle, completes the pass to J.D. Woods. And Woods picks up the first down, a pickup of 12. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line for West Virginia. Smith, pass complete once again to Woods. And Woods again has the first down, a pickup of 14. Well, this offensive line is certainly giving Geno Smith time to throw.
Yeah, they are. They're actually doing an awesome job of blocking and picking up their pass protections. You can see that Marshall's trying to do a few different things, but they're just taking what they're giving them right now.
Geno Smith on 1st and 10, taking his time. Handoff. Good run by Andrew Bowie. And Bowie brings it up across the 25, up to the 24-yard line. An 18-yard run by the sophomore.
You certainly tell the running game, the offensive line, nice cut block, nice cut back, and a way to pick up the yards downfield.
A Marshall player down on the field, that's Brandon Sparrow, the nose tackle. Doc Holliday looking on. His team trailing by just 6 points here in the second quarter. Sparrow goes down, blocked by Josh Jenkins, the left guard. Good thing is we're seeing him walk off the field in his own power.
And that's where those cut blocks can be dangerous. If you don't see a guy coming, you get a cut block. I think that's why he's walking off the field right now. Didn't see it coming.
1st and 10 is coming up here for West Virginia from the 24-yard line. Geno Smith in the shotgun with Andrew Bowie in the backfield with him. Smith, delayed draw to Bowie. Bowie up the middle, has a blocker towards the corner. Touchdown! "24-yard touchdown run by Andrew Bowie."
What you saw there is the defense was kind of playing around with Geno Smith. They had their linebackers up in the line, and at the last minute they backed off, which gave him the space after the handoff for him to have a lot of room to run.
Tyler Bittenkurt on for the extra point. The quick response by West Virginia after Marshall with a 98-yard drive for a touchdown. The answer, Andrew Bowie. Delayed draw. Takes it in from 24 yards out. 19-17 West Virginia. Andrew Bowie, a 24-yard touchdown run. Caps off that 5-play, 68-yard drive for West Virginia. And it's now a 20-7 lead for West Virginia. Corey Smith will kick off. Andre Snipes Booker is back deep. And Snipes Booker, he will take the knee and start at the 25. between Marshall and West Virginia. A 20-7 lead for the Mountaineers, ranked number 11 in the country. The preseason number 11 ranking, the highest ranking for the Mountaineers in the preseason since 2008 when they were ranked number 8. Rakeem Cato will come in as the quarterback here for Marshall. That last drive, 98 yards. His first 3 drives, just 28 total yards. So gaining some confidence in the last one. Will it carry over to this one? On first down, play action. Going deep down the middle to his man. Dobson completes the pass, and he gets dragged down at the 31-yard line. No, the save down now at the 35-yard line. Broderick Jenkins there on the stop.
What a great play action. He kind of crouched down a little bit, got low after the fake, and then made that great, beautiful pass over the top of the defenseman. 1st and 10. Handoff to Trayvon Van. Van dancing. There is a flag on the play, though. Doug Rigg there on the tackle, a pickup of 2, but let's see what the flag is for. Mike Diffie is our referee for today's game.
There's no foul on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that makes it easy.
Let's line up and run another play.
Means we're going to have 2nd down and 8 here for Marshall, with 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Cato dropping back. Tommy Schuler, little bubble screen. And Schuler gets back the line of scrimmage. Kyle Rose with his first tackle of the game.
J.B. Langman, too. Logman making a great job of coming up and stopping that from being a really big play.
3rd and 8 coming up here for Marshall. They need to get to the 25-yard line. Rakeem Cato changing the play. The handoff to Van up the middle, got the first down. Ran into his own teammate, but picks up 10. Another big run by Trayvon Van. And now Marshall not wasting any time. Again, it's to Van, who kind of stumbled out of the backfield, and it looks like they're going to mark him down behind the line of scrimmage, a loss of 1. You can see Marshall trying to get in that hurry up, try to catch that West Virginia defense off.
That's right, they're trying something a little bit different here. Change the tempo of the game.
Cato, a strong throw complete to Schuler. A 6-yard completion up to the 18-yard line.
Good job of Cato by placing that ball. He saw that there was some coverage outside that if you would have kept leading him outside, could have been a big hit on his receiver.
3rd and 5 coming up here for Marshall. Cato, pass is tipped, and it's incomplete. Intended for Tommy Schuler. Broderick Jenkins there on the coverage.
Broderick Jenkins really coming through and making a big play right here when they need it.
Justin Haig will come on for a 35-yard field goal attempt to try to make this a 10-point game. Haig from 35. And that is good. So Marshall on back-to-back drives able to put points on the board. The first one, a 98-yard drive, resulted in a touchdown. And now a field goal by Justin Haig from 35 yards. Rakeem Cato getting his teammates pumped up right now. You can see the confidence starting to mount here for this Marshall team, both offensively and defensively.
Hey, your quarterback's your leader. He's got to be the one that's going to rally this team. They're still in this game. There's a lot of game to be played, and he's got to relay that to his teammates.
And this crowd, which was so into it before, they have certainly quieted down. Rakeem Cato, 13 for 18, 131 yards. Haig to kick off. Bailey is back deep. And Bailey takes this one at the goal line, fumbles it, able to pick it up. Stedman Bailey is tackled at the 12-yard line. Geno Smith got off to a great start for this West Virginia team, doing pretty much what we expected to see from him in this game.
Yeah, he really has. He's made accurate throws. He's made great decisions, good long, deep balls that he's worked on over the summer. Still a lot of work to be done today.
Good numbers, just 2 incompletions in his 15 pass attempts. Set records last year for West Virginia in yards, pass attempts, and completions. Broke all the records set by Mark Bulger. On first down, Smith with a reverse to Tavon Austin. Austin has that blazing speed, gets to the outside. Tavon Austin with a foot race. Down the sideline, tries to cut it back, and he gets wrestled down around the 10-yard line.
Really just using his speed right there. You saw it was blazing.
Keith Baxter able to chase him down after a 70-yard run by Tavon Austin. The Mountaineers not wasting any time getting to the line. 1st and 10 from the 13. Smith completes the pass to Austin, and he gets tackled at the 6. Evan McKelvey and Okochukwu Okoroa, who, by the way, may be having the best name in college football, they're combined for the tackle. Again, it's to Austin. Apparently, he's not tired because he goes in for the touchdown.
Well, it sure didn't take long. Tavon Austin, just a quick pass. They just picked up their tempo right here. He walked right in the end zone.
Able to waltz right in. Ivan McCartney, his fellow wide receiver, with a nice block to set him free. And now Tyler Bittenkurt on for the extra point. Another quick response here by the Mountaineers after a score by Marshall. High snap, and the extra point is good. It was all Tavon Austin on that drive. The guy who is so explosive, 5'9", 170. He goes 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds. Turns the corner, gets down a 70-yard run, and on the catch, dances right in. 70-yard run. Eventually, a 6-yard touchdown catch. Didn't take very long, just 41 seconds.
Yeah, it didn't take long at all. His receivers are blocking downfield. Geno Smith was putting the ball proper placement, leading his receivers. Even on the reverse, that pitch was just in the right place where it didn't slow him down. He caught it at full speed and was able to pick up acceleration.
Corey Smith kicking off, a short kickoff this time, taken at the 12-yard line. Rakeem Cato back in the shotgun. On first down, hands it off to Trayvon Van. And Van back to the line of scrimmage. Shaq Rowell on the catch, on the tackle, excuse me.
That defensive line for West Virginia really stout in there right now, not giving up much on the run.
This defense, it is a new defense for West Virginia under new defensive coordinator Joe DeForest, who came over from Oklahoma State. Little play action. Cato escapes the pressure, and the pass is juggled and then completed to Gator Hoskins, the tight end. And the fans here, they want to say that it looked like the knee may have been down.
Gator Hoskins, nice focus, and watching that ball and be able to make that reception. Trayvon Van, again, a great block on the blitz coming from the outside.
The 11-yard completion, a first down, but this next play is blown dead. It looks like we may have a review first.
The previous play is under further review.
The play that's under review was the catch by Gator Hoskins, the tight end. At first look, this is what you're looking at. Was his knee down? The knee was down, but he didn't have possession. When he got possession, he's back up on his feet. So Dana Holgerson, Doc Holliday await the word on this review. 27-10, West Virginia leading here with 5:37 to go in the first half.
I think they made the right call on the field. Player didn't have possession. Possession came late after he stood up.
And I'd love to give Gator Hoskins all the credit, knowing that his knee was on the ground, so he juggled the ball, then caught it when he was off, but I don't think that was on purpose.
I think he was trying to do that.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. It was a catch.
And when your name is Gator, I don't want to change something on you.
Well, look at the concentration. The ball hits his hands, chest, hands again. He was able to look at the ball right in front of him. Good focus.
So 1st and 10 here for Marshall. Remy Watson in the backfield. The handoff is to Watson. Tries to cut it back. Gets wrapped up by J.B. Loggeman and Isaiah Bruce. 2nd and 9. Gave him a pickup of 1 on the play.
Defensive line really coming through here on this drive and making some big stops.
High snap. The handoff once again to Watson, and Watson picks up 2 yards. So 3rd and 7 now coming up here for Marshall. That last drive, they had a big 3rd down conversion. There is the new defensive coordinator for West Virginia, Joe DeForest, implementing a new scheme here with the Mountaineers. Whenever someone talks about West Virginia, they talk about their offense. He's hoping they'll talk about their defense too in a positive way. 3rd and 7. Cato, the pass is complete to Andre Snipes Booker for the first down. This Marshall team now 3 straight drives. They're moving the ball down the field. For more on this, let's go back to Darius.
Yeah, guys, Marshall is really getting in a groove offensively here. Gaining some confidence and definitely gaining some momentum there. Everything they're doing is working so far. Hopefully they can keep this up.
Rakeem Cato quickly back. And the handoff is to Trayvon Van, who's wrapped up in the backfield, a loss of 2.
Cato might have made the wrong read right there. The defensive end that came up and was supposed to take away the ball. If he would have pulled it, he would have been on the outside, in space, opportunity to throw to his receiver or take it for a run.
2nd down and 12 after the loss of 2. Cato, pass over the middle, complete, plenty of room for C.J. Crawford. And Crawford brings it up to the 27-yard line. A 28-yard completion. Pat Miller and Darwin Cook combined for the tackle.
Cato just sitting back there, reading the defense, finding out where the holes are. Made a great throw. Turned out to be a big play.
Play action. Cato over the middle, was looking for his tight end Crawford again. The coverage by Darwin Cook. Darwin Cook last year had that 99-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown in the Orange Bowl. He also had 85 tackles last year, which is a top returner for this West Virginia defense. Handoff to Van. Van doesn't have much room, and he'll pick up a couple of yards as Terrence Garvin and Will Clark combine for the stop.
Again, the defensive line, Will Clark, stretching out that play, allowing the linebackers and the safeties to come up and help on run support.
Another third down coming up here for Marshall. 3rd and 9. Last possession, they kicked a field goal from 35 yards. Cato to the near sideline, incomplete. Was looking for Demetrius Evans. All right, so right now you've got the ball at the 26-yard line.
Probably a catchable ball right there. If you just put it up right on the inside of him, may have gave him a better chance at it.
You've got 2:46 to go. It would be a 43-yard field goal from right here. Instead, Marshall's going to go for it. On 4th and 9, flag is thrown. Cato escapes and gets rid of it, incomplete to Trayvon Van. But there is a flag on the play.
A lot of pressure there by Tyler Anderson, coming up and getting in Cato's face. And
backfield offense. That penalty's declined. 1st down.
really created a bad pass.
So now Marshall can't convert on their 4th down. We saw West Virginia earlier unable to convert on their 4th down.
As offenses get faster and quicker, and a lot of changes in tempos and a lot of scoring that we're seeing, basically trend in college football, you're starting to see more 4th downs being converted, or at least going for it.
That wasn't your typical 4th down. That was 4th and 9.
They've got confidence, but they can get 9 yards.
Geno Smith joined in the backfield by Ryan Clark and Sean Alston here on 1st and 10 from the 26. Smith drops back. Looking for somebody open. Tons of time. Now he'll run for it down the sideline, and he'll scoot out of bounds. A 5-yard run there by Geno Smith. A 17-point lead here for the Mountaineers, ranked number 11 in the country.
Smith sitting back there all day. His offensive line doing a nice job of blocking for him, and couldn't find a guy open, so made the smart decision. Just got off the field and gained some yards.
Handoff to Alston. Alston again just lowers that shoulder, and the ball comes loose. And it is recovered by West Virginia.
Right as he was leaning forward, looks like he took a big hit. Jordan Thompson recovering the fumble.
A 1st down here for the Mountaineers after the fumble recovery. Coming up on 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Smith, play action. Taking a chance down the field. And it's incomplete, intended for Ivan McCartney. Montarius Lovett on the coverage. It's a nice pass, good coverage by Lovett.
Yeah, great coverage. Didn't let him get past him. Stayed right with him, right in his hip pocket. Just got his arm up in the last second to break up that pass.
Now 2nd down and 10. Bowie in the backfield. Geno Smith, the pass to Tavon Austin. Tavon Austin, he's one of those guys where as soon as he gets the ball, he kind of surveys the situation, that stutter step, and it's got to be unnerving if you're a defensive back.
Well, you've seen so many times where he's just, all of a sudden, he pushes the pedal and it's full speed. There's really no acceleration point. It's just right away, top speed.
On 3rd and 1, the handoff to Bowie has a 1st down and much more as he brings it up. Brought down at the 43-yard line. Rashawn Myers with his 2nd tackle of the game. A 10-yard run for Bowie, and back into this hurry-up offense. No huddle. Smith dumps it off to Bowie out of the backfield, and he'll run out of bounds. 1:26 to go in this 1st half.
most teams may have called a timeout there, and all of a sudden they get in this hurry-up offense, get a quick pass to the outside, and are able to stop the clock without burning timeout.
A 7-yard pickup sets up 2nd down and 3. Smith, wide open is Austin. And Austin up to the 21-yard line. Okoroa with the tackle, a 14-yard pickup for the 1st down.
Mind-boggling why you wouldn't find that player on the field.
It's almost like you have to have a spy on him. Bowie on the handoff. Nice cutback. Bowie, another cutback. Gets tackled by Okoroa. Another 12-yard run here by Andrew Bowie. With 1:07 to go, this offense is clicking once again.
Derek Mitchell on the missed tackle. They're doing a good job of mixing it up here.
Geno Smith, pump fake, steps up, points at a receiver, and the pass is caught for the touchdown. J.D. Woods got interfered with. It didn't matter. A flag on the play. It will be pass interference.
Pass interference, defense, number 2. A penalty decline, touchdown.
A 9-yard touchdown pass to J.D. Woods.
Another accurate pass right there by Geno Smith.
Tyler Bittencourt on for another extra point. (34-10). West Virginia now leading with just a minute to go here in this 1st half. J.D. Woods, a senior from Naples, Florida, the 9-yard touchdown catch. And just when it looked like this Marshall team was gaining confidence, getting back into this game, this West Virginia offense now over 400 total yards and leading by 24 points. Corey Smith will kick off. Andre Snipes Booker is back deep. Booker now 2 yards deep in the end zone, will bring it out. And he gets tripped up. A flag comes flying in. It looked like the ball may have come loose as well. They're going to say it will stay Marshall ball. Shaq Pettaway on the special teams tackle.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Return team number 4. Half the distance to the goal. 1st down.
Demetrius Evans called for the penalty. Let's go back to this touchdown.
Geno Smith, a little pump fake there, but then rolls out, uses his legs, puts an accurate pace on the ball. He's pretty excited about that, isn't he?
No big deal. It's now 34-10. He's having a pretty good 1st half, I'd say.
I got a feeling they're not done.
And off to Remy Watson on 1st down. And Watson, with that burst of speed, gets up to the 12-yard line, picks up 4. Carl Joseph, the freshman free safety, with the tackle.
You think it's going to be a little run or go for the end zone, or do you think they're going to try to get in and get into halftime and make some changes?
Right now, I think you take as much time off the clock and just run, get into the locker room, talk things over, and regroup for the 2nd half if you're Marshall. That should be the final play of this 1st half. A good 1st half for the Mountaineers of West Virginia. Geno Smith, 19 for 22, just 3 incomplete passes, 3 touchdowns, 190 yards. The Battle of West Virginia in the 1st half has gone to the Mountaineers. In this 2nd half, they will receive to open up because Marshall won the toss to open the game and they elected to receive. Justin Hay kicks off. Tavon Austin takes it at the 1. Austin had that very good first half. Austin with some running room. He is so dangerous as he finally gets dragged down across the 35 up to the 36, a 35-yard return. We'll take a look at our Geico first half stats. Look at the balance for West Virginia. 200 and 203, 21 first downs, yet time of possession in favor of Marshall.
And they've only had 43 plays, so every other play is a first down in the first half. Pretty impressive.
That's a pretty efficient offense. On first down, Geno Smith in the shotgun. Smith, a quick out pass to Stedman Bailey. The two high school teammates join up for a 7-yard completion. Darius Walker caught up with both coaches. Darius, what'd they have to say?
Hey guys, yeah, I got a chance to catch up with Coach Holliday specifically, and he acknowledged that they were playing a very, very good team, but he did say that they need to tackle a little bit better here defensively. So trying to figure out a way to stop this prolific offense.
So tackle a little bit better, like on that play. That Stedman Bailey broke a couple of tackles.
Stedman Bailey right here just showing some incredible athleticism, power, moving his legs, using a stiff arm right there to push off the defender, number 36.
That quick shovel pass to Tavon Austin again. They used that play a bunch of times in last year's Orange Bowl, which is the game that everybody remembers from West Virginia's year last year when they put up 70 points over Clemson, 70-33 in that game. And they've been practicing that play because they had such great success with it. That's the second time we've seen it in this one.
Well, it's an explosive play, and you can get the guy that you want on the outside boundary very quick and get him in space.
On second down and 9, empty backfield for Smith. And he completes another pass to Stedman Bailey. Brandon Sparrow there on the tackle, an 8-yard pickup.
Coming out here again, moving the ball with efficiency, completing some short passes. Again, accurate passes. Throwing in a screen play.
3rd and 1, Ryan Clark and Sean Alston in the backfield for the Mountaineers. The handoff is to Alston. The power back falls forward. And he has enough for that first down. Alex Bazzi with his 4th tackle of the game.
Alex Bazzi not letting him get much more than the first down, but Alston, big ball carrier, just leans forward for the first down.
And a flag has been thrown. False start against the offense.
You really got to have your offensive line, your backs, your receivers. When you're running an offense that slows the tempo, speeds it up, everybody's got to be on the same page. And I think when they're not, obviously things like this, penalties can happen.
I thought you were going to tell me that you were a really good lip reader and you could have figured that out from up here.
My eyesight's not that good.
Smith dancing around, scrambles out of the pocket, and Geno Smith tries to tightrope. And he finally goes out of bounds at the 21-yard line, a pickup of 12.
You can tell it's not only his arm that he used today, it's his feet too. He kind of glides a lot like Vince Young does when you used to watch him run at Texas.
He's a big kid, 6'3", 220 pounds. He was actually healthy this offseason, which is one of the first times he's been healthy in the offseason for his career. In motion is Tavon Austin on 2nd and 3. Handoff. Once again, it's Austin keeping it alive. Second effort, touchdown. And a flag on top of it. A 21-yard touchdown run by Sean Alston. His 2nd of the game.
Face mask. Defense. That penalty being forced 15 yards on the kickoff. Touchdown.
The personal fouls, the penalties, the missed tackles. Got to find a way to get your defense back in here. But look at the power, the speed of Alston to get in the end zone.
Tyler Bittencourt on for the extra point. (41-10). West Virginia doing it on the ground, doing it in the air. Sean Alston already 90 yards in the game. Picks up 21 on his second touchdown of the game. Another quick scoring drive by West Virginia. Sean Alston, his second touchdown run of the game. Geno Smith continues his strong day, perfect on that drive. Geno Smith has just 3 incomplete passes on the day, 23 of 26 for 223 yards and 3 touchdowns. After that 15-yard penalty, Andre Snipes Booker on the return, and Booker brings it out to the 20. Eric, we just heard before about Darius talking about bad tackling by Marshall, and again, they're not able to wrap up the running back.
Alston is ability to break tackles, but a high tackle. He gets him on top, not on his lower body to stop his legs from moving. And then obviously the face mask in the end zone out of frustration.
Rakeem Cato in the shotgun on first down. The pass is incomplete, was looking for Aaron Dobson.
Well, I see Dobson there in a position to make the play and just sticks out one hand. I mean, you're behind 31 points, a little more concentration and focus. I thought he could have caught that football.
And this is a guy who is, you know, on the board for NFL teams. The handoff to Trayvon Van, tries to get to the outside. Good containment. Carl Joseph came up in the free safety position. A tackle for a loss of 3 yards. And you would think that Dobson, every game, the scouts are watching it.
Well, there's no question about it. And these are the types of situations that the scouts want to see you in. They want to see how you're going to react in adversity when your team's losing, when you're down. Are you going to go out and make that big play? Or are you going to go ahead and drop the football?
On 3rd and 13, the screen pass is blown up. Shaq Petaway was there, tackles Trayvon Van, a loss of 1 and a 3-and-out here by Marshall.
Petaway just using his eyes and being able to find the running back and not get fooled by any of the receivers coming across or alignments on offense. So a nice job that he stayed in on the play and made a big hit.
Tyler Williams on to punt. Tavon Austin is back at his own 36-yard line. We've seen some good punts so far in this game from Tyler Williams. Needs a big one here to change field position. Coming hard off the edge, nearly blocked, but a booming punt as Austin fumbles it back by the 21-yard line. A flag on the play as Austin gets tackled at the 25-yard line. A 59-yard punt. Let's see what this flag is for.
Looks like they might have a block in the back.
Our referee, Mike Diffie, will give us the call.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Return team number 26. That penalty being forced half the distance to go from the spot of the foul. First down. Timeout.
Travis Bell is called for the illegal block in the back, so Tyler Williams does the job, switching field position. But the offense is clicking here for West Virginia, leading 41-10 here in the third quarter. Eric, I don't know if you just heard that, but they said severe weather could be in the area. These fans do not want to see severe weather after what they experienced last year with these two teams on opening day. Empty backfield for Geno Smith. Smith steps up. He's going to run for it, and now he wisely slides to the turf as Evan McKelvey was chasing him, a pickup of 7.
Well, it's a smart thing to do right now. You're up 31 points. You don't see anything that you like. You run it, you gain 6 yards. You come back up and you line up and you run another play. And you slide and you keep yourself healthy.
Speaking with offensive coordinator Shannon Dawson yesterday, he said, our goal is to keep his jersey clean. Geno Smith, of course, is who he was talking about. Smith trying to set up a screen pass. Bowie. We've seen some explosiveness from Andrew Bowie in this game. He picks up the first down with a 9-yard pickup.
Well, this play is working, and it's because Marshall's defense is not showing the aggression that they need to. They're a young defense. They need some leaders to step up at this time and get that energy back. You've got a whole half of football to play. Where's the energy? And if you get it back, you may be able to make some stops on the defense.
You just saw that kind of huddle by West Virginia. They call it a muddle. They don't go all the way back and huddle. They're right there by the line of scrimmage. On 1st and 10. Fake the handoff, reverse again to Tavon Austin. He ran that before for 70 yards. This time, he's going to run it for a loss of 9 yards. Dominic LeGrand, the transfer from Boston College, came up to make the stop, and that's one of the big changes in this Marshall team, that secondary, with LeGrand, with Okoroa, with Derek Thomas. 3 transfers, LeGrand and Okoroa from Boston College. Derek Thomas, a transfer from Penn State. They added some experience to this team. Smith with some time. Avoids some pressure. Dancing around, looking for something. Smith gets a great block to free him up a little bit. Andrew Bowie laid the block. Cortez Carter, he didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, he sure didn't. He had his eyes on Geno Smith and then gets uprooted off of his feet. That's a way to get your offense excited. Head snapped back and everything.
They just showed that replay on the video board here at Milan Puskar Stadium, and you heard the ooh. Could not have felt good for Cortez Carter. 3rd and 19 though. Smith over the middle, incomplete, intended for Ivan McCartney. So after all that, it's going to be a punt here for West Virginia.
Ivan McCartney had a chance to really come up with the ball. A little bit low on the throw, but still a catchable ball. Not that they would have had a first down, but opportunity to keep the completion percentage going.
Corey Smith is on to punt. This is his first punt of the game with Andre Snipes Booker standing in his own 41-yard line. Blocked. And it's still loose. Marshall recovers at the 9-yard line. C.J. Crawford blocked it.
Well, this is not the play that you're wanting right now if you're West Virginia. Crawford coming up and making a play right on the tip of his foot. Really with one hand.
The block punt and then the recovery by Gator Hoskins. So now great field position for Marshall. Can they take advantage of this? 1st and goal from the 9. Cato tucks it, runs, reaches forward. They're going to mark him down at the 4-yard line. A pickup of 5. KJ Dillon, a true freshman, comes up to make the stop.
And I think that's a smart play right there by Rakeem Cato, not throwing that ball when he sees that there's nothing really there and just tucking it in.
Handoff. Touchdown for Trayvon Van. They did take advantage of the block punt. And now a 2-yard drive, a 2-play drive.
Easy read right there by Cato and really untouched. Great blocking by the offensive line, getting up on those linebackers.
Justin Haig now on for the extra point. The point is good. C.J. Crawford coming off the edge on the first punt attempt of the game for Corey Smith. Gets the block and then taking in Trayvon Van. 41-17 West Virginia. 41-17 West Virginia leading Marshall here at Milan Puskar Stadium. And time now for our Buick Human Highlight. And this just happened on the block punt. C.J. Crawford almost got pushed into the block. The recovery by Gator Hoskins, and then a touchdown by Trayvon Van. And now Marshall will kick off. Justin Haig with Tavon Austin and Stedman Bailey back deep. A short kick, trying to keep it away from those two dangerous return men. And now it's out of bounds to the 23, Andrew Bowie on the return.
Take a look at the touchdown. Trayvon Van, linemen getting up on their blocks and really showing their ability to really find the opening for the touchdown.
Second
doing what they're
touchdown
supposed to
of the game for Trayvon Van. And now West Virginia, every time that Marshall has scored, West Virginia has come back with a quick answer. Geno Smith on first down. The quick outlet to Andrew Bowie. And Bowie gets gang tackled up at the 29-yard line. Jermaine Holmes there for the first to make contact, to pick up of 6.
Bowie's pretty elusive and really still creating some missed tackles out there in the Marshall secondary.
Eric, what are you seeing from this offense? They've obviously put up 41 points so far, and everyone talks about their offense. What are you seeing?
Yeah, well, they do a tremendous job of mixing it up. The tempo of the game, they speed it up, they slow it down, and they tend to do that in the right situations. So they're good about getting in situations where they feel comfortable with and calling the right plays and at the right tempo.
Geno Smith, a good pass, completes to Stedman Bailey for the first down. And it's funny, we said back in the first quarter, it almost looked as if this team was in, mid-season form. And part of that is because you've got a lot of experience returning, especially Geno Smith, and then you've got your 2 stud receivers.
Yeah, you do, and you got some offensive linemen that have been blocking so well for him. He's been back there basically just choosing the receiver that he wants, not really getting touched, having a lot of time to really make those good decisions.
Urban Meyer, when he took over that job at Ohio State, he knew Braxton Miller was going to be his guy. Got to keep him healthy. You can keep him healthy, good things can happen there in Columbus. First and 10, Smith in the shotgun, delayed handoff to Sean Alston up the middle. And Alston picks up 9 yards up to the 45-yard line. Alex Bazzi with his 5th tackle of the game.
When you have your linebackers at 6 or 7 yards, you really give the running back ability to run and make a lot of, 9 yards is a big play.
Geno Smith, pump fake, now goes to the far sideline to Bailey. Another first down. I think it's so cool when you have a guy like Stedman Bailey and Geno Smith. They played high school ball together. Here they come to college, and the amount of success that they have had working together, both in high school and now here in college.
Well, they understand one another, and he really did a good job of leading back to the ball in that last play.
Tavon Austin, after a sidearm sling pass there by Geno Smith, picks up 5 yards. You think about what Stedman Bailey and Tavon Austin did last year. 1,279 yards for Bailey, 1,186 yards for Tavon Austin.
You got Stedman on one side and Austin on the other side. That makes it tough for the defensive secondary to zoom in on anyone.
On 2nd and 5. Handoff is to Alston. And Alston shows his ability to change directions, picks up 6, a first down. Bazzi with his 7th tackle of the game. And now you see Alston going to the sideline, kind of holding that arm up. Tavon Austin on the sideline. It is a very humid day. See guys cramping up right now. Andrew Bowie in the backfield. Nice, this tempo being slowed down here by Geno Smith. Another pump fake with plenty of time. Now comes near sideline, bobbled and hauled in by J.D. Woods.
Geno Smith right there doing a super job of just a full field read, looking from his left to his right, not seeing what he'd liked, and then coming all the way back across the field and making a really long, strong throw. Smith on 2nd and 8, again to Woods.
much better time wrapping up by Keith Baxter.
Seems like Marshall just doesn't want to give anything deep, any more big plays. They're giving him these short passes, quick passes, 5-6 yards. Makes it easy for an offensive coordinator to call plays.
3rd and 1 coming up. Little confusion. And look at this. Geno Smith off the broken play to the end zone. Touchdown!
So surprising that he was able to gain his coordinates again after the 360-degree move back there. But you can see he does have speed. He's got a long stride. Able to outrun the defenders. Took him by surprise.
That was Eric Crouch-esque.
Well, I don't know about that. He looks pretty fast.
The extra point is good by Bittencourt. And it's now 48-17. Again, after a score by Marshall, West Virginia strikes back. A broken play, and Geno Smith runs it in from 28 yards out. 48-17 Mountaineers. Another scoring drive here for the Mountaineers. This time 9 plays for 77 yards, and it's Geno Smith not doing it passing on that time. This time he's running it in on a broken play for 28 yards. He only had 2 rushing touchdowns all of last year. Now he's got 1 so far here in 2012.
It's a good start.
Snipes Booker takes it about a yard deep in the end zone. Snipes Booker still can't get out to that 25-yard line. Again, it's going to be a story to follow throughout the year, a 24-yard return for Snipes Booker. Let's go back to that broken play.
I think Geno Smith may owe his running back a touchdown here, but you see the block on linebacker 31 by the center. Joe Matson comes up here and makes a great block. He's able to make Geno Smith really get in the open field. Again, a broken play. Geno probably should have handed it off to the running back to the left, but then did a 360-degree spin and became an athlete.
On first down, Cato completes his pass to Antavius Wilson, breaks away from a tackler, crosses the 40 up to the 42-yard line, an 18-yard pickup on first down.
I think there may be a conservative approach here on defense, just making sure they're getting aligned right. They have a lot of different looks and a lot of new schemes in this defense, and they're playing off on the corners.
Cato passing, comes near side. And that pass is complete to Devontae Allen. First catch of the game for Allen, a 5-yard completion. What are you seeing here from Rakeem Cato in this game?
Well, he's done a good job of just finding his receivers. You know, there's been some injury up front, but they haven't been able to make the big play when they need it. So that's one of the things he's got to be able to do, is make the big plays and the good decisions.
And now he fumbles it. Recovered by Isaiah Bruce. Bruce to the end zone. Touchdown. Terrence Garvin forced the fumble. Isaiah Bruce picks it up and goes 42 yards. And all of a sudden, those 70 points that West Virginia scored last year in the Orange Bowl doesn't seem that far away.
Rakeem Cato cannot hold on to the ball that late.
Tyler Bittencourt on for yet another extra point.
You got to make the decision to throw it or run it. There's got to be a clock moving inside your head of how much time. You got to have that feel of around you.
Cato on the phone saying, all right, what happened there? What happened was a forced fumble by Terrence Garvin, and then the return by Isaiah Bruce, and the route is on here in Morgantown. The last scheduled meeting between these two teams, Marshall and West Virginia. And Rakeem Cato, the quarterback, making really his first mistake of the game, holding on to that ball a bit too long, fumbled, and the fumble was returned for a touchdown. But Eric, you had said you got to have kind of a clock in your head. As that quarterback, what is the clock? How long do you have before you have to get rid of the ball?
Well, you got to be feeling it, and you obviously know how much time you have to throw the football. And when you get outside of the pocket, you really got a sense around you for what's coming. It's just one of those things that's it's a natural thing. You have to feel it, you have to sense it. And right there, he held on a little bit too long. Probably should have either tucked it and ran or made the quick throw. Maybe just thrown her out of bounds. Maybe would have been a good decision as well.
Right. And is that something that comes with more experience? Because he was a true freshman last year, now just a sophomore in his first game?
Yeah, it does. It comes on getting in those situations, more experience. But one thing you can't do right now is let that get to his head. He's got to come out. They've got a young team, and they've got to continue to make plays in this game.
Snipes Booker up across the 25 to the 26-yard line. All right, thanks, Patrick. And on first down, Rakeem Cato, play action, throws over the middle, complete to Jermaine Kelson.
Good decision by Cato there, just taking what the defense is actually giving you. You had a guy right in front of him. Guy was wide open. Just play catch. Make sure you have a completion.
Second down and 1 after the 9-yard pickup. Handoff to Remy Watson. And Watson picks up the first down. Got hit hard by Darwin Cook. But let's talk about that Penn State-Ohio game. A lot of people had Ohio with the upset in that game with everything that has transpired with Penn State over the last year. So not a huge surprise.
But it's like the players, they might actually think inside that, hey, you know, if we do lose, maybe we have an excuse.
Cato swings it near side to Demetrius Evans. And Evans forward progress will pick up 3 yards. Broderick Jenkins with a tackle, his 6th tackle of the game. Second down and 7, 55 to 17. Number 11, West Virginia leading Marshall, Justin Kutcher, Eric Crouch, Darius Walker. Here with you kicking off the football season on Fox. Dumps it off to Eric Frohnapple. Frohnapple up to the 45-yard line. A pickup of 6. Let's go down and check in with Darius Walker again.
Hey guys, you know, I've been watching Rakeem Cato, and he's got a glove on that throwing arm. I don't know if Eric has any thoughts on this, but it would seem to me that may be a little bit difficult to throw the ball with a glove on. Not really sure though.
Yeah, I think it would be difficult. You know, in this humidity, that might be the reason why.
Right.
Just
it helps him get to grip.
Yeah, the grip on the ball from his hand there's too much sweat there.
I'm thinking about the NFL. You see guys like Tom Brady. You see guys like Ben Roethlisberger who have worn gloves on their throwing hands. Maybe just gives you that extra stick to get rid of the ball and hold on to it.
It's one of those things you have to be used to. He's been doing this in practice. I don't think he just came up here today and put a glove on. He's been doing it in practice. It's a comfort thing for him.
Third down and 1. Handoff up the middle. First down for Martin Ward. .155 to go here in the third quarter. Quick pass, swung out to Gator Hoskins down the sideline. The tight end Hoskins cuts it back to the end zone. Touchdown. There is a flag on the play. It looks like this one may be coming back. The flag is being thrown all the way back.
Could have been a hold.
At around the 40, it looks like it is going to be a hold.
Holding. Offense, number 9. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Look at the penalty that was called. He wants some good blocking, but his hands he just got the outside of him, so they're going to call that every time.
That and when you're an offensive player and you tackle the defensive player, also probably going to get called.
Yep, Wilson is definitely shaking his head at that one. I think Holiday is too.
Now it's 1st and 8 at midfield. Pass incomplete, intended for Devontae Allen. Clock stops at 1:38 to go here in this third quarter. And second down and 8 coming up.
One thing Cato's going to do is he gets experience as a quarterback and being able to know when to throw those passes. That one, he could have held on to the ball just a little bit longer to let his receiver get back onto the route and outside where he put that ball.
High snap. Handoff. And it's Grooms on the carry. A pickup of 19. One thing Marshall has this year is a staple of running backs. I mean, they go 5, 6 deep for running backs on this team. Again, the handoff once again. This time, it's Grooms again for a pickup of 4.
I tell you, they're mixing it up right now. They're going for the short screen plays, getting guys in space, trying to beat one guy. They're running to the left, they're running to the right, they're throwing it to the left. They're all over the place right now, which is one thing that they want to do to confuse the defense.
Play action. Cato off the back foot, throws and completes the pass to Jermaine Gelson.
Not the prettiest throw, but he got it off on time, and as the receiver was really just getting by the defensive back, he really anticipated him. Good anticipation on that ball, good concentration on the catch.
A 21-yard pickup, 1st and goal now from the 6. Grooms to the outside. Grooms gets hit, gets knocked out of bounds. They're going to mark him down. It appears to be at the 2-yard line. Darwin Cook prevents that score. His 5th touchdown, his 5th tackle of the game for Cook.
Well, he's a physical player, Darwin Cook. He's making some big stops, and right there pushed the big back out of bounds.
And off again to Grooms. Grooms lowers his shoulder, and he gets in for the touchdown, but there is a flag on the play.
Four, 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
You're down 55-17. You're having success offensively. And now that's 2 big plays that are being called back against Marshall because of holding.
As a young team, you just can't have this when you're actually scoring a touchdown and it's having to come back. The penalties will kill you. I know they're a young team, but the one thing that they've got to do is get the kinks worked out so everybody feels like they're doing the right things out on the field. It's called focus.
This Marshall team last year was 7-6, 5-3 in the Conference USA. They beat FIU in the Beef O'Brady's Bowl. On 2nd and goal, Cato going to the corner of the end zone. And it's incomplete, intended for Tommy Schuler.
Put quite a bit of air on that ball right there. Probably what you're supposed to do. But I would have liked to see him maybe lead him a little bit more to the outside, maybe bring him back to the ball, give his receiver a chance to make the catch for a touchdown.
3rd and goal from the 12 with 26 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter.
See a draw.
Cato drops back. The pass is broken up, intended for Jazz King. Pat Miller there to knock it away.
Big play by Pat Miller. Really don't want to have any more scores on defense. Had an opportunity to pick that ball, but his timing was superb. Right as the ball got there, he got there and was able to make and create the pass breakup.
Justin Haig on for a 29-yard field goal. He hit from 35 out before, and he is now 2 for 2 in this one. 55-20. West Virginia now leads over Marshall here at Milan Puskar Stadium in the Friends of Cole Bowl. Marshall has never beaten West Virginia in football, and this is the last scheduled meeting between these 2 teams for who knows how long.
Maybe the last one for a while. On kickoffs, we've seen a lot of high kicks, trying to pin them in the corner and make sure that they get them before the 25s. Really a change in this rule has changed how the kickers come out and make their kicks. You don't see a lot of kicks that are going to put them through the end zone. They want to kind of put them right on the goal line, kind of tease that guy.
Right.
Hey, should I come out? Because 25 yards is quite a few yards to get against the kickoff team.
It is going to be interesting to watch how this year develops with this play, with a kickoff? Do you try to boom it into the end zone and let the team start?
I'm expecting another high kick right here. High kick landed on about the 10-yard line, 5-yard line.
There it is, the high angled kick, but it's caught at the 25-yard line. And a good block by Tavon Austin frees up Bowie to come all the way to the near sideline and get forced out at around the 40-yard line, a return of 15 yards. Well, you want a deeper kick than that.
Yeah, you don't want to lay it up on the 25 or 30-yard line. But really impressive how Tavon Austin was able to, make the catches, the quickness that he has, and also his intelligence to come up and make a block and spring the runner for another 15-yard gain.
I always find it funny when you see, the smile on Tavon Austin's face right there. They almost have more fun laying a block like that than
he doesn't
having
get
a big
those
run.
opportunities too often.
10 seconds to go here in this third quarter. The handoff to Sean Alston. And Alston gets free into the secondary, dragging a couple of guys. And a flag comes flying in as he gets taken down at the 39-yard line. A 19-yard run by Alston.
One of the things that's imperative that the Marshall defense do is wrap up the legs, keep them from continuing to drive. I'm seeing a lot of guys that are wrapping up high. They're up around the shoulder pads and the numbers, and we had a face mask penalty in the end zone.
Face mask, offense number 20, 15-yard penalty, still first down.
You don't see that very often. The face mask called against the running back on a stiff arm play.
No, you sure don't see that call a lot.
And that will do it for this third quarter. West Virginia. Everyone has spoken about their offense after putting up 70 in the Orange Bowl last year. Well, here on the opening day of the 2012 season, they've picked up right where they left off. They have 55 points on the board through 3 quarters. Justin Kutcher, Eric Crouch up here, Darius Walker down the sideline. This right now is a blowout in favor of West Virginia. So, Eric, what are you trying to do right now, trying to accomplish here in the fourth quarter if you're Marshall and if you're West Virginia?
Well, if you're Marshall, you've got a young team, and in having a young team, you've got to prepare them for the rest of the season. So when you're out there doing the things that you do, mixing it up on offensively, you have to go out and you have to teach your guys to be able to deal with adversity and come back from something like this and not give up.
Geno Smith going deep, has his man McCartney, and McCartney brings it down to the 4-yard line. Derek Thomas there on the coverage. 52-yard play. So what were you saying? Take a chance if you're West Virginia?
Tough day out there. Put the ball right where he needed to be. Great throw over the top of his shoulder. Maybe could have let him a little bit more, but I think they're going to be happy with that result.
Geno Smith is now over 300 yards on the day in the air. Smith going to the end zone, lobs it up. Bailey, nice catch for the touchdown.
Geno Smith really doing a great job. Get his chin up, standing as tall as he can, using that big frame to make an accurate throw. Really nice to be thrown to Stedman Bailey, a guy that he really understands and knows, and the timing between them is just impeccable.
Second touchdown catch of the day for Bailey. Tyler Bittenkurt on for the extra point. The extra point is good. Right now, this West Virginia team is riding the right arm of Geno Smith. 323 yards, 4 touchdowns, only 4 incomplete passes all game long. He has been just supremely impressive in this game. The return by Andre Snipes Booker up to the 28-yard line. On first down, the handoff to Stuart Butler. And Butler, one of the freshman running backs, gets a carry. Kyle Rose with the tackle.
I think this might be an opportunity to really open up your offense at this point in the game.
Oh, you don't want to be conservative right now?
I don't think so. I don't think there's any reason to.
Down 42, you don't want to play it safe? And Tavius Wilson on the catch. Up to the 44-yard line to pick up a 14. But just think about this. When speaking with Marshall's defensive coordinator, Chris Rippon, we asked him, thoughts on facing West Virginia. He said, first thing you think about is 70 points, what they did in the Orange Bowl. Well, I guess second thing you think about is 62, what they've done so far through essentially 3 quarters.
Yeah, defensively, they had some question marks. They've got some young secondary guys that have come from other programs, and they don't understand quite yet what the whole thing about Marshall is. And I think being such a short camp and coming in, it's going to take them time to understand that and really fit into the schemes that the defensive coordinator is trying to run.
Cato rolling out. The pass is tipped and intercepted. Doug Rigg. Rigg trying to go with a stiff arm across the 5 and wrestled down by Rakeem Cato. A 46-yard interception return.
Cato really just doing everything that he can, except he had a little bit of a behind the receiver pass and got a little tipped, and just doing everything he can to make sure that he's not getting in the end zone right there.
Got to be careful too of the horse collar tackle. But the intended receiver was Eric Frohnapple, his tight end, thrown behind him. And then there was Doug Rigg. A new quarterback into the game. It is Paul Millard, the sophomore from Texas, replaces Geno Smith.
I don't think he's ever been in a game yet.
Lofts one to the end zone. Did he have his foot in? Yes, touchdown. KJ Myers. How's that for your first pass?
What a way to start your career. Perfect throw. We've seen a few of those in the end zone over there.
Third career touchdown pass by Millard. Not a bad way to start off the 2012 campaign as a backup quarterback to a Heisman candidate.
Not at all, but these are the type of reps that he needs in case something does ever happen to Geno Smith this year.
69-20. Didn't we just see this play on the last drive?
We sure did. They put it right in a position where there's only one person that can catch that ball. And that was J.D. Woods.
West Virginia leading here in the fourth quarter over Marshall. And the kick is taken by Stuart Butler about 3 yards deep, returns it, and Butler will get up to the 25-yard line. Well, let's check out today's Reese's perfect play.
Sean Alston getting the handoff, lineman blocking downfield, doing everything they're supposed to, leg drive, powerful lean, getting in the end zone for a touchdown. He's had a great big day.
Alston on the day, 123 yards on 16 carries, 2 touchdowns in the game. That is our Reese's perfect play of the game. There is a player down on the field for West Virginia. It is a cornerback, Cecil Level, a former walk-on who earned his scholarship. And now he is being tended to by the training staff. Roger Jenkins right there with him.
Anytime you see the physician doing the stability test, they're always kind of concerned at the very beginning whether it was an ACL injury.
We've already seen one player carted off today. That was Garrett Scott, the right tackle for Marshall. And you just hope once again that Cecil Level, the senior from Fayetteville, Georgia, is okay.
Got 4 true freshmen in the secondary for West Virginia.
While we have the time, let's check back in with Patrick O'Neill for a game break. 42-10 there in Columbus, 69-20 here in Morgantown. And Cecil Level being helped off the field, but it's good to just see him walking there. Marshall will start at their 25. Cato on first down, hands off to Stuart Butler. And Butler was hit initially in the backfield, his second effort, able to pick up a yard. J.B. Loggeman able to get penetration into that backfield.
Really see West Virginia's defense with a lot of energy still. Could be the score. That might have a little something to do with it. But I don't see that same energy in the beginning of the game that we saw from Marshall's offense.
Cato stepping up, dancing around, throws. Nice job by Cato to create some space, completes the pass to Jermaine Kelson. And Kelson was marked down. A pickup of 17.
Nice job by Cato, using his feet, getting out of the pocket, and making an accurate throw downfield.
The Mountaineer, it's like the Oregon Duck. I can't do anymore. It's hot. We've scored a lot of points. Cato stepping up, dumps it off to Butler. And Butler is able to pick up another first down.
Smart decision by Cato. Nothing was downfield. Didn't have anything that he really wanted downfield. Came back to his running back, dumped it off.
I guarantee you that outfit's not exactly breathable.
Doesn't look like it.
It's not dry fit.
It isn't a dry fit. He's still angry. I think he still wants some more points. He wants more challenging push-ups.
Again, it's Butler on the carry. Able to dance forward, pick up 3. Christian Brown on the stop. Well, looking forward, this West Virginia team, they actually have next week off. Then they travel to D.C., take on James Madison. Back home against Maryland. Then they open up Big 12 play at the end of the month against Baylor. And a lot of talk about this West Virginia team, about where they and how they stack up in the Big 12. And Eric, how do you think they stack up in the Big 12?
Well, I really think the preseason rankings got it about right. I mean, you got Oklahoma, who they've ranked #1, and then next is West Virginia. And they've done that because of what they're able to do offensively, how they fit into the Big 12. They're a big play offense. Their defense has really only been their question mark. Who's going to step up as leaders on this defense? How are they going to react to when they get in the Big 12? But you know what? They've seen this offense in practice all the time. So I think that pace is not going to be a big change to them.
Right. Eric Frohnapple, the tight end, makes the catch, and he picks up the first down. So we told you about the next 3 games. Their first road game of the season is at number 15 Texas. Then they're back home against Texas Tech. And like Dana Holgerson, he is no stranger to the Big 12. Spent 8 years at Texas Tech, and then he was at Oklahoma State. His defensive coordinator just came over from Oklahoma State. So they have an idea of what happens in this conference.
Well, if after watching what you saw today happen on the field from West Virginia defensively and offensively, there's no question that they're going to do well in the Big 12.
On 2nd and 5, a flag is thrown.
5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
2nd down coming up. Darius, what's the update on the injuries?
Yeah, guys, Level, you saw him just come off the field with a knee injury. He's classified as a knee injury, but he is done for the day. So we won't see any more Level.
Cato, the slant, pass complete, touchdown for Tommy Schuler. A flag is thrown, though. Let's see if this one is coming back.
Offside, defense, number 53. That penalty's declined. Touchdown.
It is a touchdown for Tommy Schuler. Schuler, a sophomore out of Miami, Florida. Rakeem Cato out of Miami, Florida. And now Justin Haig on for the extra point. 69-27. Rakeem Cato just getting some more experience in this one. Completes the pass to Schuler, who's able to muscle in for the touchdown. West Virginia on top. Alabama and LSU play for the national championship. On the kickoff, this one goes out of bounds, which will draw the flag.
Free kick out of bounds. By rule, ball be placed at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10.
Paul Millard is back in at quarterback. His first pass of the season was a touchdown. What will his second pass be? It'll be a delayed handoff to Bowie. And Bowie spins away from a tackler. Broke away from Joaquin Waiters. Dominic LeGrand with the tackle.
Bowie with a nice spin move there, and I'm still noticing late in the game here, Marshall is still trying to tackle up by the shoulder pads. You know, not gain that leverage and that power and leg drive that you get when you tackle someone low. You know, the one thing that you can do too is if you wrap it up low, that keeps them from continuing their leg drive.
And you could have somebody else come and hit him high.
That's right.
On 2nd and 7, they keep it on the ground. Bowie, good run, stays on his feet. Across midfield up to the 49-yard line. And we speak so much about the arm strength of Geno Smith and the play of the receivers and Stedman Bailey and Tavon Austin. We've seen nice performances today by KJ Myers and JD Woods and Ivan McCartney, but how about the running backs? I mean, you've got Sean Alston, who's over 100 yards. You've got Andrew Bowie, who's been strong. That bodes well for this West Virginia team throughout the year.
It sure does, because what it does is it takes the pressure off Geno Smith. The things that he wants to do, the things that they want to do offensively, but they're not afraid to mix it up and run the ball. You can tell today that they've really done what they wanted to.
That shovel pass to Jordan Thompson, which they usually run for Tavon Austin. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. I'll tell you what, the last 2 games for this West Virginia team has not been too shabby offensively. 70 and now 69. Millard in the pocket, and he's going to get taken down for a sack.
Again, there's that clock in your head.
Jeremiah Taylor with the sack, a loss of 4. And that's the difference. I mean, we saw before Geno Smith, the experience in the pocket. He had that clock running. He'd move out of the pocket, buy some more time, or maybe run with the ball. This time we saw Millard, who hasn't had much experience, sat in there too long.
It's good for him. They'll break this film down and they'll go through some of these things, and he'll actually learn a lot from this game experience.
Millard able to keep it, push forward, pick up maybe a yard. Devin Arrington with a tackle. 4th down is coming up, and this will be just a second punt of the game for Corey Smith. His first punt was blocked, which eventually led to a touchdown for Marshall.
Really saw them slow the offense down too, trying to kind of burn this clock at this point in the game, and that's not what they're used to doing offensively.
They may have heard the warning by the PA announcer saying that the bad weather is 10 miles away, so they don't want to have any rain delays in this. Smith able to get this punt off. Snipes Booker takes it at the 9. Booker all the way up to the 27-yard line. A 45-yard punt, a 19-yard return. Marshall and West Virginia with 6:25 to go. West Virginia leads 69-27. I am not a weatherman, but the skies here in Morgantown don't look especially good. On 1st down, the handoff to Stuart Butler, and he's tackled by Terrence Garvin. Yep, those are storm clouds. And we have a player down on the field here for Marshall. It looks like it's Jordan Jeffries, the left tackle. And joining him is Christian Brown of West Virginia. Well, that part of the sky looks nice as you keep on moving over. See, if I were in front of a green screen right now, I could say right here in this part of Morgantown over the opposite field stands, you can see the storm clouds are moving in.
I hope we don't see that type of rainfall right now.
You kind of hope the mountains here of West Virginia break it up.
You know, I've never been to West Virginia, so this is my first time.
Well, now you have.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Clouds give it a nice ambiance, doesn't it?
Tell you what, a lot of guys have been cramping up. Very humid out here today. It's one of those problems you see oftentimes early in the season. 69-27, West Virginia leading here. With just about 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Play action, the pass complete to C.J. Crawford. Crawford, the tight end. And he gets wrestled out at the 33-yard line, a pickup of 7. Nana Kyrum on the stop. Cato steps up over the middle, completes it again to C.J. Crawford. And another first down. Well, we looked at the upcoming schedule for West Virginia. How about for Marshall? Western Carolina, Ohio. We talked about Ohio before, playing at Penn State. Rice, Purdue, and then they're home against Tulsa on October 6th. Cato now taking his time. Time coming off the clock. Again, the play action. The pass is knocked down. Wes Tonkery able to break up that pass. Well, it looks like Darius Walker's noticed something about Rakeem Cato. What is it?
Yeah, hey guys, you know, we talked earlier about him wearing the gloves and throwing the football. He has decided to take the gloves off. He's not wearing the gloves anymore. Not sure if this is a tester to see if what it feels like without the gloves or if he's trying to decide between the two, but no more gloves for Cato.
Maybe also he wants to be more fashionable.
Well, now he's using the towel that's on his belt.
Hand off, up the middle. Grooms on the carry.
If I'm Marshall's offense at this point, I'm really trying to get some guys in the game, get that young comfort level up, you know, where they can feel like, build the confidence in this first game. That's what they really need to do. Get those players in and out, get the ball in all your receivers' hands, whether it's short passes, get the ball in your running backs' hands. Still kind of mix it up. Don't get too conservative at this point.
Rakeem Cato, good pass towards the far sideline. Devontae Allen with the catch. And Rakeem Cato has a new career high in passing yards. He is now at 373 on the day.
That doesn't surprise me that he's done that today. Off-season work, it's his second year in the system. The things that he's been able to do, yeah, this is a tough team to come in and play game one, but he's been throwing accurate balls. He had
one interception,
mistakes,
but that was off a deflected pass.
He had a fumble that he held on to the ball a little bit too long. These are things that he can learn from. Go back and watch the film and learn from these things. But he's been accurate in his throws. I thought his footwork has been great. You know, for a sophomore, true sophomore quarterback, he's got a lot of bright games in front of him.
Butler on the carry. I mean, this is a kid in Rakeem Cato who has been through a lot in his life. Both of his parents died when he was a youngster. He was raised by his sister, who's just a couple years older than him. He grew up in Miami. Actually, one of his mentors growing up was Geno Smith, the quarterback for West Virginia, so these two guys are close. And you see the numbers he's put up, and last year he was third among true freshmen as far as passing yards on the season, had over 2,500. One of the other freshmen in front of him was also from Miami, Teddy Bridgewater, who played at Louisville. So a couple of true freshmen out of the city of Miami made an impact as freshman quarterbacks in college football. Handoff once again is to Butler. Doc Holliday speaking to him yesterday. He was talking about what Rakeem Cato did last year coming into campus. He didn't come in early. He wasn't an early enrollee. He came in 2 weeks before school started when the football players report to school, and he started that very first game. So the only other guy I've seen do that, Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, it's an impressive, it's very difficult to do. No experience, you don't really know the team, you're really not the leader.
You did it, but you were a redshirt freshman. You weren't a true freshman.
You had a year to understand the system, get stronger. Everything that he's had to do while playing last year.
On the fly.
Speaks volumes to the type of player he is, the commitment level that he's made. His teammates are surrounding him. They support him. He's not giving up tonight. You know, he's standing in there, he's throwing the ball, he's making completions. They're driving the ball down the field right now. Even though this could be the last drive, he's still executing.
Cato rolls out to the right, throws to the end zone, and it is hauled in, but they're going to say it's incomplete as Tommy Schuler was out of bounds. Wes Tonkery there on the coverage. Patrick O'Neill, Eddie George, and Joey Harrington will have that. They'll get you set for game 2 today on this doubleheader between Colorado and Colorado State. 4th and 10. Marshall going for it, and why not? Cato has his man open, completes to Schuler, who got hit hard, but picks up the first down, sets up 1st and goal. Carl Joseph, the freshman free safety, with his 5th tackle of the game.
Well, a little surprising, too, that they're calling more penalties if you're defenseless. And there for a second, he kind of had his back to him. Carl Joseph on the play, making the tackle. Could have been questionable leading with his head.
On 1st and goal, the toss to Martin Ward, and Ward gets shoved out of bounds for a loss.
Well, good job of stopping the clock, but not a good job of losing yards.
Tage Redmond on the tackle, a loss of 5 on the play. Right now, I think both coaches just want this clock to keep on moving. They don't want any weather issues to interrupt the end of this game. Pass is swung out, complete to Jermaine Kelson. Carl Joseph right there, right away, this true freshman on the tackle. Third and 10. Cato. Pass is incomplete, was intended for Demetrius Evans. Ishmael Banks there on the coverage.
They want a touchdown so bad here. They're going for the end zone. Want to just finish the game here with a somewhat of a positive note. They know they're not going to win the game, but scoring a touchdown, building up some confidence going into next week's game.
Cato rolling out, throws back across his body, wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Eric Frohnapple. 11-yard completion for the touchdown.
That's exactly what they wanted to do. Great job by Cato getting outside in the pocket. Really wasn't meant to do that, but he felt the pressure, got outside to keep the play alive, threw all the way across his body. That's one of the hardest things to do in football, and to be able to find a wide open receiver. Nice pass and catch.
The extra point is good. A touchdown for Marshall with under a minute to go. 69-34. We are approaching 1,200 total yards in this game. 103 total points. Nice play right there. The front line. And West Virginia will be able to run out the clock. The hands team with Ryan Nealon making that play. Well, those 644 yards of offense for West Virginia. The record for them was 674, set back in 1923.
Well, it just shows you the talent that they have on offense. Not just Geno Smith, but the help that he gets at running back, the help that he gets at wide receiver, inside slot. More than just one running back. They've got 3 or 4 guys that got over 100 yards today.
Millard, play action. The pass is deflected and intercepted. Coming back the other way. Montarius Lovett, and a flag is thrown. I think some people are surprised right there about throwing when you're up 69-34 and under a minute to go.
Did they get what they deserve?
During the play, personal foul, intercepting team number 97, 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It'll be Marshall's ball, 1st and 10.
We've seen a lot of those penalties today, personal fouls, penalties against Marshall, and interesting call here. Throwing the football with this much time. Good focus and concentration on that football to really come up with a big play at the end of the game. Almost scored a touchdown.
KJ Myers was the intended receiver. He's the one who bobbled it and then intercepted by Montarius Lovett.
Dana Halgerson probably wishes he could take that one back.
Blake Fronapple now in at quarterback here for Marshall. Hands off to Kevin Grooms. And Grooms is taken down by Redmond and Nana Crump. Blake Fronapple, the brother of Eric Fronapple, the tight end.
Fronapple, a freshman. Good to get a freshman in case something were to happen down the road.
The quarterback keeper. Wes Tonkery with the tackle. Rakeem Cato, his day is done. A new career high for him.
Not the happiest look on his face, but did everything he could.
Fronapple steps up, and he throws that out of bounds with 2 seconds on the game clock. (69-34). Number 11, West Virginia flexed their muscles, showing off what everyone has been speaking about, that offense.
Will Joe DeForest be happy that 34 points were scored on his defense today?
I don't think he'll be too happy, as that pass is incomplete, and that will do it. The last game of this rivalry comes to an end as West Virginia defeats Marshall 69-34. You just saw Geno Smith go over to shake Doc Holliday's hand. That's because Doc Holliday was the coach who actually recruited him to West Virginia. But the quest to enter the Big 12 for West Virginia here in 2012 off to a good start.